Hi there guys, Tom Voyage here and welcome back to the channel. So this week Ooni have released some new products. We've got some brand new Detroit style pizza pans, we've got some trivets for your hot pizza pans to go on, and a new spatula too. Now in this video I'm going to give you a review of these products. We'll be testing them out by making a Detroit style pizza dough and of course making a pizza using our new pans. Let's go! So first off, let's have a look at these Detroit style pizza pans. Now as you can see, there's two different sizes. There's the larger one, which is a 13-inch by 9.8 inches. And then there's this smaller one, which is a 9.8 inch by 6.6 inches. So they come in two parts. There's a stainless steel lid and obviously the pan body. They're specifically designed to use in Ooni ovens, but you can use them in your home oven as well. There's a non-stick protective finish. And there's a 75-degree angled side for the authentic size of a Detroit style pizza. It also mentions on the packet that these are not dishwasher safe, so you are going to have to wash them by hand. And if you're using them in an oven, not to exceed 370 degrees centigrade, that's about 700 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's take the cover off this. So we've got a nice Ooni logo on the lid there, stainless steel lid, and then an Ooni logo on the pan. This is anodized metal. Feels nice quality, nice and robust. Now I would say the smaller one is designed for 2 to 3 people and the larger one is more for 4 to 6 people. Now the addition of this lid is nice because when you're making a Detroit style pizza, once you put your dough into the pan, you're going to need to leave it to rest for a few minutes so you can stretch it out more. So having these lids helps you put a seal so your dough's not going to dry out, but we'll talk more about that later when we do our dough recipe. So next we'll take a look at our spatula. It's a nice sturdy construction. It feels like the same material that Ooni make their pizza peels out of. So it looks nice, it feels nice to hold, and it's obviously been designed to be the right size to remove your pizza from the Detroit style pizza pans. Finally, let's look at these trivets. So they come in two sizes. The smaller one is 13 by 9, so you've got a bit of an edge to put your smaller pizza pan on. And then the larger one is 15 by 11 inches. So they're made 100% from a food safe silicone, they're dishwasher safe, and they can be used up to 350 degrees centigrade or about 650 degrees Fahrenheit. Now this dough recipe is very easy to do, it only takes about 4.5 hours. The amount of dough we're going to make is ideal for the larger of the two pans, and it's around a 74% hydration. Here's the ingredients you'll need. First you'll need 260 grams of water, then 4.5 grams of active dried yeast or 9 grams of fresh yeast. 20 grams of extra virgin olive oil, you'll need a bit extra for coating the pan too. 350 grams of a strong white bread flour, and finally 10 grams of fine sea salt. Add these to the bowl of a stand mixer, mix for around 5 minutes until all the ingredients are combined and you have a smooth silky dough with good elasticity. Once it's mixed, cover the bowl with plastic wrap or a kitchen towel and leave it to prove at room temperature for around 3 to 4 hours or until the dough has doubled in size. So we're back, it's been about 4 hours and now our dough looks like this. So as you can see, it's nearly doubled in size and it's ready to go in the pan. Now before we do that, we need to put a generous amount of oil in the pan. That's going to help develop a nice base, and make sure to spread your oil across the whole bottom and all 4 sides. Transfer the dough to the pan using your dough scraper and then push it out to the edges nice and evenly using a dimple effect with your fingers. You'll now need to leave it for rest for another 30 minutes before we can push it all the way to the edges of the pan. This is where you can use the stainless steel lid of your pan to stop any air getting to it while it rests. So to cook our pizza today, we're going to be using the Ooni Vault 12, which you can see behind me. We're going to be cooking at a temperature of around 300 degrees centigrade, and we're going to cook for around 10 minutes in a total cook time. So while our dough is resting, doing its final proof, now's a great time to get our oven heated up. So it's been another 30 minutes, our oven is now up to temperature and our dough should have relaxed enough to be able to push it right into the corners and fill out the full base of the pan. If you find your dough's a bit too sticky, just put a bit of oil onto your hands. What we're going to do before we put any toppings on here is we're going to par bake this dough. That means you pop it in the oven for 4 to 5 minutes just to make sure that dough is baked before we add any toppings. So as you can see, the larger pan fits into the 12-inch oven, no problem. And we set our timer for 4 minutes and we'll come back soon. So that's 4 minutes done. Our timer's gone off. So our dough has been partially baked, and as you can see, looks brilliant. So now it's time to add some toppings. So we've got our pan on our silicone trivet here to protect our surface. And we're going to start out by putting a bit of mozzarella on. Nice generous helping all the way to the edges. Next we're going to do a layer of mild cheddar. Now this time we're going to pay particular attention to the edges, because what we want to do here is develop a nice frico. Frico is basically when your cheese crusts up at the edges and makes that nice classic Detroit style crown around the edge of your pan. Next we'll go on with a few bits of pepperoni, classic style, whoops. And now we put it back in the oven for around 5 minutes this time, before taking it out for the final time to put our sauce on the top. Now at this point, if you notice that things are getting a bit too hot in your oven, or if you're using a wood oven or gas oven and the flames are getting a bit too much, remember you've got your stainless steel lid. You can always pop that on top to protect the toppings and stop them getting too burnt. So, been 5 more minutes, wow. And look at this. That is bubbly, crispy, and looks amazing. So the final step is to add our classic racing stripes, which is 2 strips of your sauce down the middle. Now some people will add this and then serve the pizza straight away. Others will put it on and put it back in the oven. I'm going to put it back in the oven because I want the sauce to be nice and warm. So we'll add our sauce now. 2 strips straight down the middle. Okay, back in the oven now, just for 1 more minute, and then we are done. Okay, 1 more minute, and our Detroit style pizza is ready. So now the moment of truth, can we get it out the pan using our new spatula? So what I'm going to do actually is just go around the edges and just try and release it from the sides a little bit. You can hear it's nice and crunchy, nice crispy crust from that cheese that's melted onto the side there. Okay, let's try and get this out in one go. Oh my word, look at that. I'll just put my pan and my trivet over here. Wow, look at this. Doesn't that look amazing? Final touches now, just finish it off with a bit of Parmesan. So let's take a closer look at this pizza. As you can see, we've got a nice crispy edge of cheese around there. I think next time I'd put a bit more cheese, pile it up higher on the sides to really get that nice frico or crown around the edges. Let's take a look at the base. You can see under there, it's a bit oily, so it's running about everywhere, but there's a nice bake on the bottom there from the oil in the pan. But overall, for a first time cooking one of these pizzas, I'm really impressed. Let's cut into this and see how it looks. So we'll go right the way down the middle and maybe cut this into, I don't know, 6 or 8 pieces. We'll go 6. Let's take a look at that dough. Look at this, nice bready crust. Fluffy dough inside, crispy on the sides. Looks amazing. Okay, let's see how it tastes. Sorry about that, it's not the most glamorous thing to eat, but I can tell you, that tastes absolutely amazing. The mixture of cheddar and mozzarella creates a nice crispy edge and a lovely taste. The dough, the bread is nice and soft and squishy with a crispy edge too, and that pepperoni and tomato really finish it off. Fantastic. Thanks very much guys for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. If you wanted to purchase any of the things you've seen in this video, you can use the links in the description below. If you did enjoy this video, please remember to like and subscribe. If you've got any questions, you can leave them down below, and please join us next time for more pizza making videos.